Lafayette offense as a whole has struggled a bit this year. One of the bottom units in the country as we get our first points of the night, and an and one opportunity all in one as Kylie Watson spins and scores. Well equipped on paper to take advantage of that, and talking with Lafayette's coach Kia Damon Olson before the game as Lafayette gets inside and gets their first points of the night.
For Coach Damon Olson in this Leopard squad.
A turnover there by the Leopards, and Notre Dame looks to take advantage. That three off the mark. Good hustle though by Watson on the offensive glass. Watson tries to put up a runner. It's blocked. Westbeld will stay with it though. Time for the Irish to shoot. Watson not taking it. Somehow gets that right-handed hook to fall. As you get a look at the Notre Dame starting lineup, this game begins a nice three-game homestand for them. Irish won't play a road game until New Year's Eve against Syracuse. There's a nice finish inside there by Michaela Andrews.
The schedule really start to thin out, especially as opposed to last year. You know, this is getting into finals week for Coach Ivy and her student athletes, so looking to take advantage of the opportunity tonight.
And that rebounding prowess, especially in Port Notre Dame, losing one of their top rebounders last year in Lauren Ebo, who was a grad transfer to the program. Trying to pick up the slack as
cutting players toward the basket from the block and the elbow on the edges of the paint. It's worked out, and that turns it into two.
Westbeld hangs and hits from just inside the free throw line.
It's a major part of what she takes pride in, the way she plays her game, the defensive side of the basketball.
She's averaging 6 a game, which is tops in the country as a contested shot falls there from Anaya Matthews.
She's got a great feel for how her team can grow in spots like this, facing the 14th ranked team in the country, and she's ready to lead them tonight.
Maddy Westbeld off a nice feed inside, puts that one up and in. Andrews looks for space, is forced to kick out. They go around for a three-pointer that's blocked and then left available, but shot clock expires. Hidalgo looks to push the pace. Marshall settles at the free throw line and she sinks the shot. Hidalgo moves it over to Bransford. Marshall with the extra pass inside. This time it's hauled in by Obimba and she puts it up and in. It is Smith looking for space, quickly hands off for Drummond. Open jump shot is pure from Donahue, making an instant impact coming right.
We've seen it set up a couple drives inside the lane and then a jumper that succeeds there.
There's another jumper that falls. Maddy Westbeld once again. She's off to a hot start. But we know Marcus Freeman has made it a priority himself to see all Notre Dame sports offerings from basketball to hockey to volleyball. His players heeding that message as a three from the top of the key falls from Haley Smith. Had been 0 for 5 combined in those opening 10 minutes. Marshall, that's looking like her signature shot right now. Another one from the free throw line. Bransford tries to get downhill, skips it to Marshall. In tight quarters, Bransford on the move, puts it in with the right hand. And off, Nacho Nagisny sends it over. Smith looking for another three-pointer, and she knocks it down. 2 pure threes from Haley Smith. But it says something about how good of a player you are when that's considered an off night.
Yeah, you'll take that, no doubt, especially as a first-year player. Are you kidding me?
Good read by Anna DeWolf. She looks for her first points of the night. Finishes strong.
17-7.
Irish +7 per game on average this year. That's third best in the ACC, and they get a block here from Watson. Favors gets inside, makes the pass down low. Shields back into the corner. Three-point attempt is down. Oh, an errant skip pass there. Miscommunication with Drummond. 2-on-1 the other way. Westbeld calls her own number, finishes, and the foul.
To finish on Notre Dame's end, but then Westbeld takes the hack.
As Antonoli comes up short on three. Hidalgo's running in transition. She will take it herself, score it, and the foul.
Floor struggling to finish on those 1v1 drives, but that time she just leans in, draws the block.
They come to South Bend here for the first time. Tough scoop shot there on the run. He is rejected. The rebound is nicely pulled in, but another block is all that comes from it. Leopards have hung tough in this game. This 11-point lead is Notre Dame's largest, and it finally sinks on the first basket of the night from Abby Antonoli.
Have not turned it over much more than Notre Dame. It's now 9-6 Leopards with 9 turnovers, Irish with 6, and got to keep that margin close.
Hidalgo finally ends the drought. Aggressive here, looking for the steal. Hannah Hidalgo with a quick burst to the basket. 5 straight from the freshman.
Dame opened up that deficit. There you go, right hand, left hand, and she's off to the races. No chance for Antonoli to track her down. So explosive, turning defense into offense.
So far, that's been the case for Notre Dame. Their lead of 14 right now is a game high, but it shrinks on the shot from Andrews. Lafayette had that big burst of 3 straight threes early in this quarter, but shooting from beyond the arc has been a struggle for them outside of that as Notre Dame gets a second chance basket. Hidalgo's going to take it from 3, and it's off the mark, but Marshall's right there for it. Marshall spins but can't get it back up cleanly. Rebound Karam's right to Bransford. She looks to go in transition. 3-on-2 for the Irish. DeWolf takes that pass. Westbeld with a quick jumper, and she knocks it down.
Hustling well to jump in on that play late and open up a jumper.
And now Anna DeWolf will collect to add 2 more, the steal and the score. And the Fordham transfer.
Get that. DeWolf steal and score as she reached out on the perimeter pass as well. We've seen Antonoli go cold, 0 for 5 for her, an early miss. But Lafayette still moving the ball around pretty well, but there's the steal again. You got to avoid trying to force it in when Hidalgo and DeWolf are there.
Hidalgo jumps the pass, blows right by Antonoli, and puts it home for an easy 2.
Wait for you to come to them. Irish all the way out near the midcourt line, just going at.
4 steals, 14 points for Hannah Hidalgo here early in the third. Irish ratchet up the pressure on defense, though. Leopards do a good job to break it down. They take advantage.
That was well done by Lafayette right there. I mean, half the battle with keeping the ball away from steal situations. And Hidalgo and DeWolf as they get an and 1 there again.
What a beautiful find from Westbeld, and the finish from Watson. Good job getting to the free throw line in this game. This will be their 10th, and it comes off an absolutely perfect pass from the perimeter by Maddy Westbeld. Extra pass to the corner. Antonoli at the shot clock buzzer, too strong. Now it's DeWolf off to the races. Skips it over for the layup in transition. Kylie Watson again.
Forcing turnovers. DeWolf and Hidalgo, as you've seen, have been the centerpiece of the steals. And
they get Antonoli the ball through some screen action. Smith looks to drive and able to get that one to fall. Ellie Smith.
Smith, one of those players that Lafayette talked about as Watson continues to be one of those players herself.
Forward from Linwood, New Jersey.
We're just going to talk about Smith's ability to score when the leader Antonoli isn't always getting it done. How about
Andrews with the pick and roll setup for Antonoli. Irish have done a fantastic job containing her, averaging almost 15 points a game coming into this one. Doesn't matter here though, as Michaela Andrews picks up the slack with a jumper from just beyond the paint. Marshall to DeWolf, left wing. 3 is down. They finish off the sequence with a triple from Anna DeWolf. And has achieved that feat 3 times already this year as Hidalgo drains her second 3 of the night. As Lafayette was within 6 until the last couple minutes of that first half. The defense inside from Marshall. Marshall gets picked off. Wow. Obinba with an emphatic block, her second of the night.
On that one, look at this. Comes screaming in. The ball's not even out of the hands of Antonoli.
And gets the basket as well. But this Irish team has found a way to turn it on when they've needed to every time so far this year. There's 2 more from Marshall and a nice rebound put back.
Yeah, Notre Dame continued to make it happen on the second chances. Nat Marshall closing out the third quarter with a bucket.
So far in this one. Bank shot from Antonoli falls, and good note for Lafayette to end this quarter. Irish outscored Lafayette 28-8 in that third quarter, really putting their foot down. After the Leopards hung with them until late in the second quarter, Maddy Westbeld
To open up the final 20 minutes, and now as Notre Dame again works it through Watson, Westbeld sees an opportunity to cut off to the side.
This is that one. Chance for Antonoli to go on the attack quickly here. The Irish force her back, but finds an open teammate, and that three just rims out from Favors. Bransford with numbers and a lefty layup.
That allowed her the positioning to finish for two.
DeWolf tried to go for a crafty steal, winds up coming up short, and her man, Favors, drains the three in turn. Hidalgo looked for an open pass, instead finds herself with space and drains the three. Irish fans saw Olivia Miles burst onto the scene a couple years ago, of course, and they have to be having some very positive flashbacks.
Neil Ivey has recruited inside the top 100 during her brief but already very successful tenure in South Bend.
Westbeld drains yet another jumper. And we'll pick up a rebound there on a three from Shields that caught nothing but air. And DeWolf with the bank shot from beyond the arc, just how she drew it up.
Everything has gone Notre Dame's way. Here we go again. 2-on-0 with Hidalgo, and she's going to take it herself.
They get 24 on the night.
Neil Ivey won with Notre Dame, but this is a very backloaded schedule for Notre Dame as far as ACC play goes. You're going to get
Irish continue to do a stellar job defending the Lafayette star point guard. Two more from Hannah Hidalgo. Hidalgo has hit 30 points once so far this year as Antonoli gets off the schneid with a much needed three. That was maybe make a late push for that in this one. She's at 26. Just tied for her most since that performance.
It seems like every game right now, with the depth needed for Notre Dame, Neil Ivey is finding somebody that can contribute.
And tries to put herself in double figures there. Misses, but Marshall's there for the putback.
Really versatile game. 10 points, 8 rebounds, 5 assists as well.
And another block for Obimba as she hammers that one away from Bryn Beeford. Good kick from Marshall. Three-pointer, Sarah Cernugal.
She did it once already this year against Northwestern, and Purcell Pavilion. The roof's going to come off after that one.
And she's not the only one with a good look on her face tonight, as Notre Dame closes out another convincing victory. 96-42 our final as the Irish win their 7th in a row.